Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we had any projects done, so it's time to get some new videos. And today should be relatively straightforward home-based projects. And that would be adjusting the shower door. You see, it's frameless shower. And let me show you what the problem is here. It should be relatively straightforward. If you look down here, well, originally I wanted to replace this pretty disgusting shower seal, but look what turns out to be the case. I don't know if I have enough camera angle here. Okay, so the door opens inside, and then we go trying to close it, and that's pretty much as far as it goes with the seal. And let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so basically the door does not open over the step with the seal, and we'll see that it actually doesn't even do so without the seal. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is to actually remove the seals, and well, I'll also remove the side seals for a good measure because I'm going to replace them anyway. So let's see how it's done. That's really easy. So open it up, and these seals just need to pull. They're not attached to the adhesive or anything. And that's that. This one is in pretty good shape, so there's a hard U channel and soft wiper seal. Alright, so that's one in the middle section. Also pretty decent. And there's the bottom piece. Yeah, decidedly less so, but still not too bad. And then there's the actual bottom seal. This one might be harder to peel because usually there's some residue on the glass left, but still just pull it down. You don't slide it, just pull it down and it goes straight out, except it's getting stuck here, so that's where you need to wiggle it and pull. It's harder to do with one hand only, and another one is on the camera. There you go. And as you can see, yeah, definitely time to replace it. Alright, so now it should be easier to see what's going on in there. So now it's just glass. So let's try to close it. And okay, so the bottom is almost closing, but now look at that. Yeah, see the gap there. You go upwards and look at this overlap here. Yep, just cute. And if you look at the bottom, I hope you can see it on the camera. Let's see. Oh, there you go. So the gap goes getting smaller, 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 and there's basically no gap here. So the door is clearly sagging, which is not uncommon for these frameless doors. These hinges, what you can see here, they just attached using the friction. So the two pads just clamp the door, and over time the door tends to sag, so this way. So yeah, it's like a couple of degrees, doesn't sound like much, but it actually is over the long length of the shower door. So that's basically what we can see here again. See this gap here? It's It's one size, and it just grows, and it's much wider on this side. So that's what we need to fix. So to do that, we need to have a few shims, like this ones. Doesn't matter, something to shim the door. And we need to have the Allen wrench, or just let's see if we can focus here. In my case, that's the hex. And let's just get inside and see. Yeah, so in this case, these are the Allen heads, hex heads. You can do them with a screwdriver, you can do it with the Allen wrench. Alright, so let's grab a couple of shims and let's try to loosen a little bit the hinges here and see if we can get it in a proper adjustment. Alright, and here are the shims at the bottom. As you can see, I can't really even put the proper shim on this opening side. Okay, it's solid. I just don't unscrew the whole thing. Just to make sure that we can move it. And the same, I need to do at the top. So I'll do this off camera. Alright, I'll loosen up hinges quite a bit more. As you can see, this part is fairly wobbly. So now we need to shim it, make sure it lines up correctly. So here is the hinge, and as you can see, we can easily wobble it. There you go. So first I need to lift that side up so it lines up here. I think we're kind of there. So it lines up at the top, right about here. Yeah, you see? There's still a little bit of drop here. So okay, we need to lift a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit more. Alright, and now it's done. So that took way more finagling than I thought it was going to take, but finally it's adjusted. It didn't help that during the installation it wasn't entirely fully aligned in all possible ways, so that didn't help. So I had to figure out basically what to focus on. So, and let's see, the important parts are the gap at the bottom. As you can see, there is one shim one side, another shim basically the same height on the other side. Now let's see that we actually do a proper gap there. Can we see it? Yeah. So remember, that's still with no wiper seal installed, so there's space for that, so that looks good. Then another important thing, just don't forget to leave the gap. You see there are shims here in between the hinges, like that. If you don't do that, then there's a chance that during opening or closing the glass panels will hit each other and eventually crack. That's yeah, you don't want that. So make sure you leave some gap here. I mean, just a few millimeters is enough. And yeah, just to point out that I have done it from the inside, so the shims were actually on the inside. Here I just put them back just to show how it looked like. There was no space to film on the inside. And once it's all shimmed and aligned properly, then you just need to tighten the screws on the backs of these hinges to fix it in place, and that's that. So let's see how it looks now. So okay, let's remove the hinges. Well, hinges. Let's remove the shims. And okay. And let's take a look. Alright, so remember, first of all, it's already in a closed position, which we couldn't do even with no wiper seal. So let's open that. And look at that. Fully open. Looks perfect. And let's close it and see how it's. Yeah, and look at that. That's perfect. So that's basically a two-side door, so it actually can open on the inside as well, like that. So that means in order to seal this side, the fit needs to be pretty much perfect. Too close and that's just going to hit the panel and not going to open or close. Too wide and it's going to leak. And look at that. That's basically like a perfect seal. You can see it here, but you can feel it if I open it. It just feels like it's locking in position. There's a small seal on the other panel here. And that's the part that you need to focus on. That gap at the bottom, and just making sure there's sufficient gap in between the hinges, because the rest of this gap is not super important, because you can put the proper seal in there, even a long one, and it will cover that. And that's that. So that part is done. Now you only need to reinstall the seals, which I'm not going to do right now because I want to replace them with new ones. And now I have everything set up, so that would be another video, which probably should be a very short one. Alright, so that's that. If you like this content, hit a like, subscribe, and leave a comment and tell me what you like, what you didn't like, and what you could have done differently, or if it helped. So with that, I'll see you later. Bye bye.